You do it 100 times a day and you never notice. A moment before you open the door, your face changes. The tiredness smooths over. The worry tucks itself away. By the time you step through, you are composed, pleasant, in control, the version of you the world is allowed to see. We all do it. We all wear a mask. And there is nothing wrong with that. The mask lets you belong. But somewhere along the way, most of us forget we are wearing one. We mistake the mask for the face, and everything it leaves out, the anger, the envy, the hunger, the parts you were taught to be ashamed of, has to go somewhere. It does not disappear. It waits in the dark. And what waits in the dark, Carl Jung warned, does not stay quiet forever. Jung had a name for the mask, the persona, from the old word for the face an actor held up on stage. And you do not wear just one. There is a face for your boss and a different one for your mother. One for strangers, one for the people you are quietly trying to impress. You slip between them so smoothly you cannot even feel the change. This is not a failing. It is how a person survives among other people. Imagine someone with no mask at all, saying every raw thing the instant they felt it. They would not last a week. So you learn to curate, to show the acceptable and keep the rest to yourself. The mask is a gift. The trouble starts the day you can no longer take it off. Because slowly, without deciding to, you start to believe you are the mask. The confident one, the easygoing one, the strong one who never falls apart. You wear the flattering image so long and so well that you lose the thread back to whatever is underneath it. And here is the strange price. The people most fused with their mask are often the ones who feel most hollow. Everything looks right from the outside. Inside, there is a quiet emptiness, a sense of being a fraud, a numbness they cannot explain. It makes sense. A mask is thin. It was never built to hold a whole life. And when you mistake it for all that you are, you quietly leave the rest of yourself behind. The realer, messier, more difficult person. The one you have been hiding even from yourself. So where does the rest of you go? Everything you leave off the mask. Jung's answer is one of the most powerful ideas in all of psychology. It goes into the shadow. The shadow is everything about yourself you have judged, rejected, and shoved out of sight. The pettiness, the envy, the rage, the wanting you are ashamed to admit you feel. Anything that does not fit the acceptable face gets exiled into the dark. But do not make the easy mistake here. The shadow is not just the ugly parts. It also holds your buried strength, your unlived boldness, the creativity you were told was impractical, the fire someone once called too much. The shadow is simply everything you refuse to look at, and it is yours whether you look or not. It starts early and it starts innocently. When you were small, you learned fast. Some parts of you brought warmth and approval. Other parts brought a frown, a sharp word, a withdrawal of love. So you read the room the way children do, and you began to sort yourself. The anger that scared your parents, you swallowed. The tears that annoyed them, you hid. The loud, wild, too much version of you was told to settle down, so you folded it away. Piece by piece, you built the mask out of what was welcomed, and you filled the shadow with what was not. You did not choose this once deliberately. You did it 1,000 times to stay safe and to stay loved. And you were so young that eventually you forgot you were doing it at all. Now watch what the hidden does. It refuses to stay hidden. What you will not see in yourself, you start to see everywhere in other people. This is one of the most useful things you will ever understand about your own mind. Think of the traits in others that make your blood boil, far past what makes sense. The arrogance you cannot stand, the neediness that repels you, the selfishness that fills you with contempt. Very often, the thing that enrages you most in someone else is the very thing you have exiled in yourself. We are hardest on people who wear our own shadow on the outside. The world becomes a mirror you do not recognize as a mirror, and the person who irritates you beyond all reason may be holding up, without knowing it, a part of you that you have refused to meet. And projection is the gentle version. Push the shadow down hard enough for long enough, and one day it does not leak. It erupts. The man who has never once raised his voice, who has swallowed his anger for 30 years, detonates over a spilled glass of water. The woman who has denied every selfish want quietly wrecks the very thing she says she is building. What you refuse to face does not weaken. It waits and it gathers, and then it moves you from behind in ways you did not choose and cannot explain afterward. This is Jung's real warning. An enemy you can see, you can reckon with. An enemy in the dark runs your life while you sleep. The shadow denied does not vanish. It simply takes the wheel. But here is the turn, and it changes everything. The shadow is not your enemy. Jung said something that sounds almost impossible at first. The gold is in the shadow, because when you were exiling all those unacceptable parts, you did not only bury the darkness, you buried your aliveness with it. The child told to be quiet buried their spontaneity. The one taught that anger is shameful also buried their power to stand up, to say no, to protect what matters. When you cast out the so-called bad, you lose a fortune of energy along with it. So down there in the dark, beside everything you are ashamed of, sits a vast reserve of life, waiting. The parts you rejected are not only flaws to be managed, most of them are treasure, and it has been buried this whole time with your name on it. So what do you actually do with it? Not unleash it. Letting the shadow run wild, indulging every cruel and selfish impulse, is not freedom. That is just being ruled by it from the front instead of the back, and not crush it either. You have seen where that road ends. The path Jung pointed to is quieter and harder. You turn around. You look. You let yourself see the parts you would rather swear are not there. The envy, the cruelty, the hunger, the fear. You hold them in view without drowning in them and without pretending they belong to someone else. You simply say, this too is in me. That one honest act of looking is what begins to drain the shadow of its power over you, because it was only ever powerful while it stayed unseen. And this is where the whole thing has been heading. Jung called it individuation, the slow, patient work of becoming a whole person. And notice what the goal is not. It is not to polish the mask until it blinds people. It is not to finally slay the shadow and be rid of it. That cannot be done, and wanting it done is the whole mistake. The aim is wholeness, to gather every scattered, exiled piece of yourself, the light and the dark, the mask and the shadow, and to hold all of it as yours. A whole person is not someone with no darkness in them. It is someone who knows their darkness by name, owns it, and is therefore no longer secretly run by it. Whole, not perfect. That is the target. And it is a far more honest and far more forgiving way to be alive. And there is a freedom in this you can actually feel. Think of how heavy it is, holding a mask in place every waking hour. The constant editing, the performing, the quiet dread of being caught out. The moment you begin to own your shadow, you get to set some of that weight down. You no longer have to be only good, only strong, only calm. You get to be a whole human being, contradictions and darkness included, and to know that this is simply what a person is. And something else softens too. You stop needing to see your own faults in everyone around you. The person who has looked their shadow in the eye judges other people far more gently because they are no longer at war with themselves. Owning your darkness does not make you worse. It makes you real, and it quietly sets you free. So the next time you feel your face rearrange itself right before you walk into a room, just notice it. There is nothing wrong with the mask. Wear it. But do not forget it is a mask, and that beneath it lives a fuller, deeper, truer self, including every part you were once taught to hide. Those parts are not your enemy. They are your exile strength, waiting to be let back in. You do not become whole by finally becoming flawless. You become whole the moment you turn and face all of it and say, yes, this too is me. So let me leave you with this. What is the one part of yourself you have kept in the dark the longest that might have been treasure all along? Tell me in the comments. And if you love ideas that quietly hand you back to yourself, subscribe to First Principles Talk. We're just getting started.